Samsung Q80A for 2021, 50-inch model here. At some point in the video I'll measure it, get the dimensions, I'll timestamp it in the description. Looking in the top, remote and instruction book pack, quick setup guide, and I think that is the pedestal neck. Pedestal neck out first, quick setup guide, instruction book and remote pack, a bit of POS, polystyrene out. That is the pedestal base, heavy piece of mild steel. Screen itself. Okay, so that's looking at it from the front. The side, it shows side profile there, and the back of the TV. Cool. Okay, starting off with this instruction book and remote pack. CI card slot reader, figure 8 UK mains lead, that's the figure 8 plug there. QLED batteries, standard remote we'll unpack in a moment, and the smart remote, which I'm guessing is the solar cell version. Cool. So we'll get close-ups of those remotes. Not even going to open that pack, it's just about disposal. There's a page, quick page about instructions. The electronic TV manual is now built into the TV, so you've got a full guide there in the TV. Okay, standard remote first, power on and off, source or input button, channel numbers, teletext which isn't available on Samsung in the UK, pre-channel takes you back to the previous channel, volume up and down, channels up and down, mute, channel list, quick access, Netflix, Prime, Samsung TV Plus, guide button, up, down, left, right, cursor arrows and enter, return to go back step by step, exit all the way out. Coloured buttons that apply to certain apps and so on. Settings, so that's a shortcut to the settings. Info for the info bar, audio description and subtitles. Play, stop, pause, fast forward and rewind for apps or media playback. Flip it over, AAA batteries in the back. Smart remote, new smart remote again for 2021. Power on and off there. That button takes you to the buttons that aren't shown on the remote, channel numbers or the coloured buttons and whatever else. Voice command button for whichever service you choose. Multi-view button, you can watch Netflix and play on your PS5 at the same time. Left, right, up, down, cursor arrows and enter. Back button, home button, play and pause, press play and pause, they become rewind and fast forward. Volume button rocks up and down and in for mute. Channels rock up and down and in for guide. Quick access, Netflix, Prime and Samsung TV Plus. Flip it over, you've got that solar cell on the back. If it is completely dead, I suppose you leave that face down charging most of the time. On the bottom as well, if that shows up, you've got a USB Type-C socket so you can charge it back up fully. Now looking at the pedestal neck and base, we'll unwrap the neck first. Looks pretty similar to last year's Q80T. That's the neck, and we've got the screw packs in there. 2 packs of M4 screws, 14mm long, 8 in total. There we've got the cable guide part here on the back as well. Get it off. There we go. So that on clips. Cables can run along, tuck into those grooves, down the back of the neck and out. That back on. Cables can exit there if I clip it on correctly. Heavy piece of mild steel here. This is the pedestal base. Again, like some of the other models this year for 2021, powdered metal finish there. We can see we've got those M4 screw holes, hook there, and I've got this hole or slot in the bottom of the stand, so that will locate into there so we can see the threaded holes through there. 4 screws, drop those into the holes, quickly wind those in. Cable neck cover back on for now as well. So that there is the assembled pedestal base or pedestal stand, whatever we wish to call it. Got the TV now laid on a large flat surface as per the quick setup guide. I'm actually using the supplied box and polythene sheet. Going to put the pedestal stand on first. Looking at it, we've got those 2 slots and 4 threaded M4 holes. Here's the stand, 2 tabs on the top and the through holes there. So we just tilt those tabs into the slots, lower it down, 4 remaining M4 screws into those holes. We wind those in. Well, while we're looking at the back, we can see we've got a mains input there, and as an example, we've got these channels. So I can put my figure 8 mains lead into there, tuck the lead into the appropriate channel, like so, down the back of my pedestal neck there. Same, say I've got HDMI coming from this side as well. Bring it out, tuck it down the next appropriate channel, just give them a feel, see which fits. And out the back like so. The cable cover here, which just simply clips over, lets those cables exit out there. Looking at the side input connections on this TV, we've got aerial in to start with, twin sat for watch and record, wired internet or LAN cable into there, HDMI 1, 2, 3. 3 is enhanced audio return channel, HDMI 4, digital optical audio out, USB there, 1 amp specified for hard drive, and a 1/2 amp USB as well. Also, peel that label off and you can slot the CI card slot reader in. Quick look at the quick setup guide. It tells us there what inputs we've got or what sockets we've got, where they are. Screws supplied for the stand, laying it down on that large flat surface. Pedestal neck there with a cable cover, how we assemble it, screws there going in and they're attaching to the TV. 2-man lift, don't squeeze the screen, you'll break it. Where your power connection goes in, tucking those wires in and down the cable neck. A bit about the 200mm square VESA mount. Some dimensions, 26 to 28mm M8 bolts, that's for wall mounting. So we can see we've got some dimensions there, A, B, C, D and whatever, and where they relate to there. Also the weight. Does it tell us a thickness? 53.9mm thick, so that is pretty thick. 50-inch model, get it across the top, 111.5 centimeters, just under 44 inches. Pedestal stand, 51 centimeters in width, or just over 20 inches. From the furthest point at the back of it to the front, about 24 centimeters or 9.5 inches. That's from the back of the pedestal stand to the front of it. Whatever it stood on to the bottom of the TV, just over 8 centimeters and just under 3.25 inches. So at its thickest part, this TV is 53.9mm. It's quite chunky really compared to the other newer models, 53.9mm. So on the bottom of the TV we said about just under 300mm, so maybe 299mm from the bottom to the centre of the first VESA hole. The VESA mount is 200mm square. We've still got these screen protectors either side. I'll get those off. Peely peely. Wired internet mains and aerial connected. So it starts off there, 2 simple options. If we've got our smartphone with our Samsung account, Wi-Fi details, all that, etc., we can go through smartphone. It will send the details from our phone to the TV. This is in a store. I'm going to go remote control step by step. UK. Put your pin in. You'll need this again if you ever go through the setup process again. Okay. there. All you need is one remote, tells you what devices you've got connected. All I've got is that aerial. Terrestrial and digital. Next. Wired internet connection. So agree to all and OK. Checking for updates. If there is one, I'll stop the video, do the update and come back. So install the latest software update, we'll say now. Okay, so back in the room. Log in with your Samsung account if you want one. If you're going to create a new one, do it on your PC first or phone, whatever. It's just quicker, and then log in there. I'm going to skip. Pop your postcode in for regional programming. So I'll return when it's finished tuning in. Finish tuning, region select. That is where my aerial is facing, not necessarily where I live. So England. Aerial is facing Yorkshire and Leeds. Next. Got it. Okay, so you can select your voice command service now or later, one of those free. There, Amazon Prime, just showing you that and some other apps. Instead of putting your email and password in, you can just link it from your phone with a code. Skip. Start watching TV.
But trying to keep a grip on things.
Okay, so telling us there about intelligent mode. You enable that. It sets the picture and sound settings depending on the content. So it optimizes it supposedly to the best. Some stuff it does a good job, some stuff not that great. Ambient light detection is on there as well. Say later. Okay, onto a terrestrial TV broadcast here. I'll just turn the sound up and shut my mouth so we can hear what the speakers sound like.
And he's joined by the Evening Standard columnist and Time Radio broadcaster Aisha Hazarika. Tomorrow's front pages starting with The Mirror, which leads on those messages revealed today by Dominic Cummings, in which the Prime Minister calls Matt Hancock hopeless. The paper asks, how is he still in the duty? So a real mix of front pages, although Matt Hancock does feature on most of them. Let's start with The Mirror and Chris hopeless. Of course, a reference to, not you, I hasten to add, but...
Okay, now going to go see if we've got an inbuilt retail demo. To the home button. Oh, general. I've got a fly on the screen, retail mode, okay. Just turn my brightness down quickly. Cool. Okay, enough of that, back to normal TV. Thank you.
These WhatsApp messages.
Yes, they're pretty
I may
embarrassing.
just try my own YouTube quickly, see if I've got a demo there that looks nice. Across to YouTube.
Stadium in Singapore, they take on the Italian champions, Juventus. Spurs include the likes of Dele Alli, Heung-min Son, and Toby Alderweireld in their starting 11. Juventus versus Tottenham Hotspur, a fixture many on in his kind of area. Heung-min Son for Spurs, and can't sneak it in terms of form from that moment on. Into Mandzukic, great ball, and he directed it to the correct corner. And those two work it again. 4 on 3 here for Spurs. Son, well laid off, and Buffon makes a fine save. He's carried in by Eric Lamela. Troy Parrott denied on the first attempt, but Lamela was there to beat Buffon. Spurs have been the better team, and on the half hour, they lead Juventus.
Okay, quick look at football there. Just going to go back to live TV.
I don't think so. I guess.
Looking at the home menu now. All the way to the left, we've got settings there, e-manual above, quick shortcuts there to intelligent mode, picture modes, and the sound modes, TV speaker output, whatever, subtitles, or game mode I can see greyed out because I've not got a HDMI device in. So source input, digital butler, connect to your other digital devices, search, apps there, sign into your Samsung account to access the App Store, multi-view so you can have different windows going on at the same time on the TV screen, so on your PS5 and Netflix in the background at the same time, ambient mode, screensavers and so on, displaying time, weather and whatever while you're looking at it, home mode, which we're on now, shows you Samsung account if you're logged in, notifications, Samsung TV Plus, some on-demand content there from Samsung, live TV, which we've got on in the background, Netflix, Prime, BBC iPlayer, ITV, Disney Plus, Now TV, Rakuten, YouTube, Discovery Plus, all 4, Samsung Health, do some exercise in front of the TV, Apple TV, also Apple Music built in and Apple screen mirroring, internet browser there, connect to Bluetooth keyboard, browse basic internet services, Google, Alexa and My5. That is pretty much it, so I shall call that it for now. Goodish.